Hi guys, welcome back to episode 2! We're here in front of our little windmill house that we built last episode. As you can see, I went around and added a little bit of crop fields. I definitely want to expand this a little bit more, but this is pretty much all I had for seeds for the moment. And I kind of want to go all the way around like this whole area. Sadly, I don't think Carl made it. I'm not really sure what happened. I thought that when you named them, they didn't despawn, but I cannot find him anywhere in here. I'm thinking that maybe these little puffer fish are to blame. I don't know if they will attack axolotls. I might have to do a little bit more research on that one, but I'm pretty sad. We don't have poor Carl. But we knew this could happen. That's why he was our guinea pig, and we didn't want to let out our other yellow axolotl, just in case something like this happened. So I don't know. Maybe we won't be able to use this pond for axolotls, because if it's a pufferfish that kill the axolotls, then I can't really keep them from spawning in here, because this is a natural pond. And all the fish that are in here spawn naturally, so yeah. We did have a couple unwanted visitors that wanted to check out the house, but I told them that they were not allowed to come in. So this is the interior so far. I have a little bit of a storage system going on here, and then this is the entrance to our house. I like to do this kind of thing in my build when I don't really want to make a whole wall, but I just kind of want to give the illusion of like a sliding door or a wall. But the interior for the actual house part is a little empty. I added this little fireplace here with a blast furnace, and then I have a smoker for our food, and then regular furnaces on either side. So it's a little functional, but also a little decorative. I think it turned out pretty good. And then we have some sneaky storage up here. Going upstairs, this is where we're going to have our enchanting table. So this is all I have for the bookshelves right now, but once we get to level 30 bookshelves, I want to start enchanting. So this is all we have for bookshelves now. It's kind of slim pickings, but this episode I'm hoping that we can fix this up to be level 30 and then get our levels up, because I did die quite a few times building this windmill house because it's so high up. And I'm not quite sure how I want to do this interior yet. I did put a floor in there to have some sort of lookout, because there's some windows up there that we can look out of, and I think I'm just gonna put like a ladder going up there, but I'm not really sure how I want the design to be, because I want to put a big chandelier in the middle here and then some decorations so that this room isn't so bland. Maybe we'll do that in this episode too. First things first though, I did do some mining to try to get some more copper for the roof, which we still need to finish. And I came across this interesting thing. It's a cave spider spawner! This dropped into a ravine and mine shaft, but this mine shaft is like, oh my goodness, got skeletons in it apparently. Rude. Anyways, oh nope, he's not done. Where? As I was saying, this is pretty much the only part of the mine shaft. It's super weird. There's really not a whole lot else going on down here. Like, this is the tiniest mine shaft ever, and it just happened to have this cave spider spawner like directly under our base. So the first thing I want to do is get this set up so that I can get some XP. I was thinking we could just build a little 3x3 well over here somewhere to fit in with the whole farm aesthetic. And it'd be really easy to hide like a bubble elevator in there. I took some time and went around and planted a bunch of crops, so it looks a little different out here. So I finished this whole hillside with wheat because I personally think this looks the best. And then I have a little temporary spot here for some beetroot and bamboo. I did venture off to the jungle. You can see a little jungle tree poking out back there, and collected some bamboo. So we have that growing here too. And I finally have Optifine so we can zoom properly. So coming around here, I have a little potato field going. And then I have a little hillside of peonies. What I did was I made it all moss, and then to help space it out, because if you just have a field full of poppies, it's gonna look kind of weird. I mean, this is already the most amount of poppies I would want. When you grow moss, it automatically grows grass and then this moss carpet, and you obviously can't place anything on moss carpet because it's occupying this block. And I found that that makes a nice little natural spread for the flowers to go. So I do leave some of this grass here as well. And then if there's like a ton of moss carpet somewhere, I might take out like 1 or 2 pieces. But I really like the way that it just kind of naturally spaces things out, so that you have a mix of green and flowers, because these peonies do create a lot of color, which can be a little harsh to the eye. So I'm going to finish out this whole section with this flower. I do want to put the other double tall flowers in their own fields. Another reason I spaced it out is because, surprisingly, this takes a lot of flowers, even with the amount that I have it spaced out. 64 flowers really isn't that much when you actually place them down. So I'm just going to continue to compost my crops, and that's how I've been getting my bone meal currently. And then once I get like a stack of bone meal, I'll come over here and bone meal a bunch of flowers to get some more flowers to plant, and that's how we're just going to finish this whole hillside. I also added this carrot field, and we happened to pick up a little friend. On our way to the jungle, there were some dogs, and I had 1 bone. And he loved me after 1 bone, so he's our lucky little dog. If you guys have any names, feel free to drop it below in the comments. But other than that, he's just been guarding this little carrot field. And then I'm thinking we might do some other flowers, or maybe just fill it with moss. I think anything in this farm area that isn't a crop or a flower will just be moss, so that it's nice and green around here, and we can put some other little bushes and maybe a couple trees in here. And then this is where I have the entrance where we're going to build our little well. So it's like a little path from the windmill up here, and then this will be our bubble elevator eventually, but for now I just have a drop chute. And we still have to decorate this out a little bit, but when I was creating the spawner area, I found that there was this natural underwater ravine, and it's super cool because since it's so dark, there are axolotls swimming around here and glow squid. So every once in a while when I'm sitting here AFK farming some levels up, we do have a little friendly axolotl or 2 swimming around. So maybe in the future we can decorate this ravine a little bit better, and maybe put some of our other axolotls in here that we can name, and it'll just be like a cool area to hang out in. So as you can see, we do have the spider spawner set up. I did put this new tinted glass, and I have issues with the spiders crawling up and hiding into the corners of the spawning area. So if anybody knows how to fix it, let me know. I thought that putting signs all along the walls would fix it, but yeah, obviously not, because I still catch the spiders hanging out in the corners sometimes. But as you can see from my levels, I have been AFKing here a little bit, so we can finally do some enchanting, and I have some spider eyes and string set up, so this will be really helpful because we need string for the new candles, and we need string for the scaffolding block, which is also very helpful, so we don't have to use moss anymore. Also, while I was making this ladder to come back up, I discovered, oh, wrong direction, that the mineshaft is a little bit bigger than I thought. I haven't really, explored because of these little guys, among others, and so we'll just get out of here, but, you know, maybe sometime we can take a closer look and see if there's anything good down there. I am super happy with this area so far. I just have this path block, but we can go in here and add some coarse dirt, or maybe the new rooted dirt, because we do have plenty of azalea bushes. Since I was growing that moss, they spawn quite frequently when you bone meal moss, so we have a ton of these bushes. And I was also able to farm up some cows, so we have a full level 30 enchanting table, and this is what I've got so far. So this pick has Fortune 3! It was so lucky. It was the first thing I enchanted, and it's amazing. It's been so helpful to get all the rest of these diamonds for all this other gear. And I needed a diamond sword. I think I'm going to try to get one with Bane of Arthropods on there, and then keep it down in the spider spawner. I also got a hoe with Fortune 3, which is amazing because, like I said, I'm going to need a lot of bone meal for those double tall flowers, and this will allow me to harvest a lot of crops, which I can then compost for bone meal. What I'd like to do now is go to the nether because I want some soul sand. For now, we're just gonna plop down this nether portal, maybe somewhere around here, and then we can make a more dedicated area for it later on. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. And I forgot flint and steel. Flint and steel ready, and then we need to put on some gold booties just in case there's some pigment on the other side. And you know what? We'll just go ahead and get some cobble ready just in case we spawn in a lava lake like last time. Look at that. Dang, that is a pretty lucky spawn for needing some soul sand. And we have the Crimson Forest, which is a little dangerous, but I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this with cobblestone so that we don't have a mean old ghast coming and blowing us up. Okay, we got a beautiful little cobble wall here, so I'm just gonna drop a chest here and keep our flint and steel in there. Should we explore a little bit? I don't know, looks like a lot of Crimson Forest, not a lot of anything else. Good thing we got our gold booties. Sorry guys, I didn't bring any gold to trade with you, but I'll bring some soon, I promise. Is that a bastion? It is. Oh no, we are getting shot at. Oh. Can I get him to shoot the piglin? What happens? Oh, come on. Alright, let's grab some of this soul sand. I'm so tempted to go in there, but I think we're gonna have to leave that for a different episode when we're a little more prepared. I mean, we only have iron armor on right now. Ooh, there's a little bit of the warp biome. I personally love the warped blocks. I think they're the prettiest. Unfortunately, I don't see any nether fortresses. For now, we got what we need. Let's just get home before a skeleton freaking kills me. For this well, it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think I actually want to move it over a little bit. Since the well has to have these bubble elevators going in it, it's going to be a little bit difficult. We'll have to make it a little bigger than a normal well. Usually you want wells to be cute and compact, but this one has to have a purpose. So I think that looks good. So what we're going to have to do is adjust these so that the elevators are here instead of over one block. And that actually works out really nice. So I just took some of this polished deep slate stairs and outlined it here. And on the corners, I think we're gonna do dark oak. And then I'm gonna strip it. Now what I want to do is take these stairs and just flip it like this. Now we're gonna have to do some sort of canopy. So I'm gonna take some cobbled deep slate wall and put it on the corner. And then I'm gonna take spruce fence and raise it up too. And then I'm going to take some gates. Go like this, and we'll put a fence in between. Here is the tricky part. I would like the roof to match to the windmill, so I would like to do a copper roof, but we don't even have enough copper to finish this roof, let alone this roof. So we're gonna have to put in a dummy block. For now, I think we'll just do dark oak all along the whole roof, and then once we get enough copper, we can replace it. For the roof, we're just gonna do a little dome thing, I guess. I don't really know what this shape would be called. And then I'm gonna fill it all in with dark oak for now, but in the future, we'll come back and put copper in here. And we'll just have the dark oak trim. Now I'm gonna use this grindstone and place it upside down like that and hang a chain from it. And then we'll stick a cauldron like that and try to fill it up with water. There. That's looking pretty good, but I want to add a little bit of depth in here. So what I'm gonna do is take some signs and trapdoors. And I'm gonna put a trap door around the base like this. And then we'll stick a sign on these and a stair so that we can get up here into the elevators. And I'll just do that all the way around. Perfect. Now I'm going to fix the terrain a little bit around here and finish the bubble elevators, and then we'll be done. I was able to go down and do some mining, and I got a bunch of copper so I could finish this roof, and then I also was able to finish the big roof, which you can't really see from down here, but you'll just have to take my word for it. To match with the main roof, how we let some of it oxidize a little bit, I am going to do the same here. So let's see, let's do a couple. That looks pretty good. And then we're gonna wax all of it so that it stays. I was also almost able to complete the peony field. We're just missing that one little corner, and then I also put in this beetroot field. I'm not too sure how I feel about this big depression in the land right here. It's kind of alienating our windmill from the rest of this plains biome over here. So I feel like there's a couple things we can do. what I want to do is I would like to cover this area, but not fill it in completely, because, you know, this could be a good area for like villager breeding or something like that. Just a little hole underground where we can breed them all up and then ship them off whenever we want. So let's go with that. We'll cover it up and light it up down there so that we can use it in the future for other purposes. Well, the good news is we got this hole filled, but the bad news is I died. I was in the Nether trying to find a nether fortress so that I could work on getting some nether wart and some other things for our future villagers that we're going to put down here. And I was just innocently walking along and I fell into a pit of lava and died. Oh man. Oh my gosh. We do have this villager though. He must have just spawned in. Please give me like drip leaf or glowberries. Like I really need something. Nothing. Man, I thought you were gonna be my one little piece of luck today. Yeah, and you're just gonna leave with nothing. Well, this is kind of a depressing end to this episode. I'm gonna collect my things, my dignity, and try to get back all of my stuff that I lost, and hopefully maybe find another fortress so that next episode we can get to breeding up some villagers, and hopefully they'll have a lot better trades than this guy. But until then, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!